स्टार्ट हो गया क्या?
हो गया. कमेंट दिखाता हूँ.
Nobody is watching.
So यहाँ पर we can start the chat ना. Live chat आ जाएंगे थोड़ी देर में. Mic is on. If you मतलब अगर कभी बीच में म्यूट करना है. Working.
Alright.
Okay. So.
कोई two people are watching now.
Okay.
अभी ठीक है, इक्वल डिस्टेंस पे आ गया ना.
हाँ, 4 people are watching. Hello guys, today we have Shubham sir with us.
Hi, I'm Shubham.
So you can ask any question if you have for tomorrow's examination.
Yeah, so today we will be try to answer the questions related to tomorrow's exam, and we will try to answer from our point of view.
So you can start asking questions. Hi Ankit, hi Hanuman, hi Rahul. So if you have any question, you can ask us. So you can share your point of view if you like for tomorrow examination, any preparation tips.
So from my point of view, I would like to tell that only 3 things you'll have to consider. First, take the complete rest before the exam, so that you don't mess up in the exam, you don't sleep in the exam. And second thing, try to do as many questions as possible in rounds. So first round you will solve all the questions, easy question, then on the second round more tough question, on the third round more tough question. And third is relax after the exam. Don't think too much about it. Or if you want to solve the question, you can solve it. You can also look up to the things like answers on the websites of Made Easy and other coaching centers. But just relax after the exam, because after the exam, if you don't qualify the gate, there are other options as well. If you don't, so we will not be covering that part for now. We will be focusing on the tomorrow's exam. So we will just
okay, someone is asking, is it necessary to take admit card in the color printout format? No. See, Hina, I think you can read it there in the on the official website, but I don't think so that it is necessary to take color printout. You can even take a black and white printout, that will also work.
So the first question is what things we should keep in mind while giving exam.
Yeah.
So first thing you'll have to keep in mind is that you are giving an exam and you'll have to relax on that exam. You need not worry, panic that how many questions I'm going to solve, what is the strategy. So strategy you'll have to make before the exam, not in the exam. So in the exam itself, you have prepared one strategy, you'll have to follow that strategy itself. No other strategy, nothing else. You'll have to solve one by one. If 5 questions continuously you cannot solve, that doesn't mean you cannot solve other questions. So you'll have to mark the question which you can solve easily and then solve them. Solve easy questions first. Try to solve easy questions first. Then on the second round maybe you will try to solve tough questions. So don't panic. Basically, you'll have to relax your mind and solve questions very calmly.
So Rahul is asking how to attempt exam to get maximum score, any pattern, sir?
How to attempt exam to get maximum score, any pattern? Yeah, I have one pattern which I have used last 2-3 times to get under 100 ranks. So my pattern, I can tell you my pattern, but I'm comfortable with that pattern, and every time it works for me. But it doesn't mean that it will work for you. But I'm telling you just for the sake of telling that I used to solve first 2 marks question, technical 2 marks question, and then solving all easy 2 marks question. Then I'll come to the 1 marks question, and then I'll solve that aptitude and English part. And then again I'll go to 2 marks question, then 1 marks question, then aptitude. So I'll repeat this loop for 3 times. After 3 times, if any question is remaining in any section which I can solve, then I'll go to that question.
खुशी सिंह पानी पी के खाना खा के जाना.
रिलैक्स तो बहुत ही चाहिए यार. You can, so I know that there is a condition that you have prepared so much you have so many questions are coming in your mind, कैसा होगा क्या नहीं होगा वगैरह वगैरह. So I'll tell you one thing, only try to sleep. Maybe if you have prepared very hard, then anxiety will come and it may not you may not sleep well, but try to relax as much as possible. Close your eyes and try to relax. If you are thinking in nights, if you are not sleeping and thinking, then if you are thinking about how the paper is gonna be, then you are going wrong. If you are thinking about the subjects that okay ये वाला topic अगर ऐसे ऐसे कर देंगे, ये वाला question अगर ऐसे ऐसे कर देंगे, so if you are thinking about the question or the concept, then it is right. If you are thinking about the पेपर की पेपर कैसा होगा, टफ पेपर के बाद क्या होगा, हमारी क्या लाइफ रहेगी, 2 साल प्रिपेयर कर लिया मैंने, 1 साल प्रिपेयर कर लिया, कुछ नहीं हो सकता. डोंट थिंक लाइक दैट. इफ यू आर थिंकिंग, देन थिंक फॉर द कॉन्सेप्ट्स, ऑल द सब्जेक्ट्स. पिक अप एनी टॉपिक. डेटाबेस का टॉपिक उठा लिया, कंकरेंसी अभी चलो उसका पढ़ते हैं, दिमाग में पेज पलटो और पढ़ते रहो. सो थिंक अबाउट दैट इफ यू आर थिंकिंग, इफ देर इज एंगजाइटी. अदरवाइज ट्राई टू स्लीप, रेस्ट.
एंड प्रियंका इज सेइंग okay, खाना खा के जाओगे तो नींद आएगी. I don't think so this is the case.
Yeah, take
just
small,
take very small light food. That's better before
breakfast.
But it is important to take to have something. Otherwise you will not be able to focus during the exam.
If your exam is in morning, if your exam in evening, then
then it's okay.
then it's okay. You can
Yes.
take lunch also.
Okay.
But go after bath, obviously. Fresh feel करना है वहाँ पे. तो take a bath.
Right.
So 2-3 things I want to clear. जैसे लोग बोलते हैं कि अगर एग्ज़ाम पेपर स्लो आ जाए, हे भगवान पेपर स्लो आ जाए तो मज़ा आ जाएगा वगैरह वगैरह. सो आई एम जस्ट टेलिंग यू कि यार दिस इज़ अ कॉम्पिटिटिव एग्ज़ाम. अगर आप पेपर स्लो आता है तो वो सभी के लिए आता है. ठीक है, पेपर स्लो आएगा, कट ऑफ 50 मार्क्स का हो जाएगा, जो कि अभी कितना 25 ठीक है. तो उसके बाद आप कट ऑफ, तो हो सकता है कट ऑफ 25 ही रहे, कट ऑफ आप क्लियर भी कर लो, उसके बाद ही आपको IIT ना मिले.
अच्छा रैंक नहीं आएगा.
अच्छा रैंक नहीं आएगा. तो जो अच्छे स्टूडेंट्स हैं उनके लिए तो बेटर यही रहता है कि पेपर टफ से टफ आए, क्योंकि उन्होंने कॉन्सेप्ट के लिए प्रिपेयर किया. तो जो फालतू में मतलब जो पढ़ते नहीं है वो भी टिक मार दे, तो उससे बेटर है कि
सो बेटर है पेपर एग्जैक्ट टफ ही आए.
हाँ, टफ आए पेपर, वो ज़्यादा बेटर होता है.
कट ऑफ नीचे चल जाएगी उससे. करेक्ट.
कट ऑफ भी नीचे आएगा और बाकी हेल्प होता है. दूसरा, इजी पेपर आने से क्या होता है ना, सभी एक ही लेवल पे आ जाते हैं.
करेक्ट.
सभी एक ही लेवल पे आने से फिर क्या होता है कि कुछ पता नहीं, किसी को IIT, जिसको IIT मिलना चाहिए उसको NIT मिलना, जिसको NIT मिलना चाहिए वो IIT चला गया. हमारे पास रिजर्वेशन वगैरह भी है तो वो भी हेल्प करता है, तो ऊपर नीचे सब हो जाता है.
ओके, सो प्रियंका इज सेइंग, प्रियंका इज आस्किंग कि सर UGC NET exam pattern was too tough, how can we prepare? So Priyanka, I don't think so UGC NET is difficult. UGC NET is very easy examination. The only thing which matters is in UGC NET we have 16 subjects, and 16 is a very big number because covering all the subject thoroughly it takes a lot of time, plus remembering all the subject at the same time it is also very difficult. So UGC NET is more dependent on the width of subjects which you are covering. You have to cover a lot of subjects, and GATE is dependent on in-depth coverage of all the 10 subjects. Even though GATE is also very all the number of subjects are very large, but still you have to cover every subject in decent depth. But in UGC NET you have to cover all the subject. Depth is not required as compared to GATE. Thank you, Priyanka.
So this Jindal is asking how many times previous year question should we try to get good AIR. So how it doesn't matter how many times. If you know the answer, then you go for 100 times also you will get the same answer. You should know the method.
Correct.
And method to solve all previous year questions. How many times doesn't matter. एक क्वेश्चन है उसका सेम आंसर होगा, आपको 4 बार करना है कर लो, कोई दिक्कत नहीं, लेकिन आपको करना आना चाहिए. That's all is needed.
So all that matters is कि आपको कितने अच्छे से समझ में आ रहा है. Correct.
आपको you can solve that question or similar question or same pattern question or not. That is all matters in the GATE exam.
Okay.
Solve all questions, all previous year questions, and know the method of solving all the questions.
See guys, till now you have studied enough. From the last 4-5 months you must be doing really hard work. So right now just relax. Don't worry about the examination, what is going to happen tomorrow. Right now it is a time where you can just relax and you know how much you prepared. If you have already given some test paper practice test, then you know in what section you have to give what amount of time. Right, you know everything. The mental capability of every student is different. Some takes pressure very easily, some do not take the pressure easily. So practice is everything which is going to make a difference if between a student who has not prepared well.
Khushi is enjoying a lot, I think. Okay. Khush Gandhi.
Okay.
Khush Gandhi.
MS धोनी को याद करो. Okay.
I'm sorry, Khush.
Okay, खुशी. Okay. मुझे भी लग रहा था खुशी है. You can ask any question if you like, guys.
After reading one subject, when we start another, we forget something, and after third subject, we forget something more. How we should do? So, the same thing I will tell you, that if you are reading one subject, then don't just read it. Go through the question and keep that method of solving that problem in your mind. So that you can understand the concept very well. It doesn't go out of your mind. You can remember the numbers 2 + 2 = 4. अभी हिंदी में कोई सेंटेंस है कि उसको याद करना थोड़ा टफ होता है, एंड 2 + 2 = 4 याद करना बहुत आसान होता है. तो सिंपल थिंग है कि उस क्वेश्चन को सॉल्व करने का तरीका सीख लो. उसको पढ़ना नहीं है, बार बार उसको रटना नहीं है. जो रटने वाले क्वेश्चन है वो 1 मार्क्स में आता है, वो भी मात्र 15 मार्क्स के आते हैं. 15 क्वेश्चन केवल आते हैं थ्योरी क्वेश्चन, बाकी सारे न्यूमेरिकली आते हैं.
करेक्ट.
तो पढ़ना, रीडिंग इज़ नॉट व्हाट वी वांट. वी वांट, जैसे मैं अगर एग्जाम बनाऊंगा तो आई वांट टू चेक योर बेसिक कॉन्सेप्ट्स. सो यू शुड नो द कॉन्सेप्ट्स. उसके लिए आपको क्वेश्चन सॉल्व करने आने चाहिए.
करेक्ट. And the way saying, Jindal, okay, you answered Jindal.
Yeah,
right?
I answered Jindal.
Okay, the way saying, sir, UGC NET is not difficult, but syllabus is very lengthy and its standard is very low. Then GATE. So if I'll prepare for June NET, then will it temper my GATE preparation? No, it is not going to temper your GATE preparation. GATE is in February. GATE requires only 3 to 4 months of preparation. You can cover the whole GATE syllabus within 4 months. So it doesn't matter. It's better that you prepare for UGC NET first, then you can prepare for GATE, because that is increased. You will be preparing twice.
Yes.
Within that period. So it will, it will be kind of a plus point for your preparation.
Yes. So this is very good question asked by Ankit. Sir, what about time per question? Spending more time on easy question or hard? So easy or hard depends on person to person. So I'll tell you simple method of what you can do. So first of all, you cannot spend more than 2 minutes for a 2 marks question and 1 minute for a 1 mark question if you don't know what to do in that question. If you know what to do, if you are going in if you are in a process of solving that question, then it is okay. Otherwise, don't give more than 2 minutes to a question. 2 marks question के लिए आप ज़्यादा टाइम भी दे सकते हो. 2 minutes तो मैं बोल रहा हूँ. Otherwise, you can give more time. And if that 2 marks question is easy, then you can solve it in 1 minute. If you that 2 marks question is hard, then you can maybe solve it in 4 minutes. But more than 4 minutes, if it is taking more than 4 minutes, तो या तो आप में कुछ गड़बड़ है या तो क्वेश्चन में कुछ गड़बड़ है. कभी कभी क्वेश्चन भी गलत होता है. In 2013 the first question I solved was wrong. उसमें मैंने 8 minutes स्पेंड कर दिए अपने बेकार के. तो So there was problem in that question. So अगर 4 मिनट से ज़्यादा लग रहा है किसी क्वेश्चन में, if you know the concept and you are not able to come up with any of the 4 options, that means there is some problem with the question or problem with you. You don't know the concept or the question is wrong. So 4 मिनट से ज़्यादा तो 2 मार्क्स को क्वेश्चन में देना नहीं है, और 1 मिनट से ज़्यादा 1 मार्क्स के क्वेश्चन में देना नहीं है. If you know the concept, if you don't know the concept, if you are not in the process of solving that question, then just skip that question. बाद में उसका 3rd round 4th round अगर आपको ट्राई करना है, चलो हाँ.
So hi Hina, we'll be coming up with very new videos this year. So we have already planned a lot of new courses, as well as we have already planned a lot of new videos which will be kind of very helpful for your preparation. So we'll look at that, don't worry, and we are going to launch some videos. So
Yes.
just come, sir, you can discuss with that.
Yes. Rahul asked 10 questions to solve in exam, then attempted all question or any 10 questions. Sorry, I didn't get the question. Rahul, could you please repeat the question? Priyanka asks which book or practice paper you preferred for UGC NET. So today I think. So would you like to answer?
I don't know, actually I never preferred any book
Yeah.
for UGC NET. It's
For
a very
UGC,
simple examination, I think.
for UGC, I also solved all GATE questions, and then out of GATE syllabus was covered by.
You just need to cover all the previous year questions only.
Yeah,
You can
that's
take any book you like. Everything is available online nowadays. You don't actually have to buy books. Every book is already available online. Every notes are available online. You can just take the notes, because if you are going to study books right now, then you will not be able to finish your syllabus. Let me tell you this is very clearly and very frankly that if you just take a book and you try to study from that particular book only, it is going to take you so much time that you will
Yeah.
not be able to finish that book within that duration of time.
Yes.
So better is study from a faculty, study from a teacher, and it is more preferable if you can refer video lectures.
Sir, how can we know we are audible to them?
So we are, I think, so they are audible. You can increase the sound if you like. It is more preferable if you can
Yes. So Shayan asks, sir, do I need to give online test or offline tests are enough? So I think this is the bad time to ask. Only 8 hours or maybe 12 hours are remaining for a GATE exam.
Right. So but I think he is preparing for the next year.
Okay,
So,
if you are
yeah.
preparing for next year, then online tests are recommended. But if you don't have online tests, then offline tests are good. But you'll have to practice for the calculator and timing thing. So online tests are better.
Priyanka, we are coming up with a new platform where we are going to have videos for every subject as well as free test papers, and we are working on it. Maybe hopefully within this month we are going to roll out the first version of that platform. And it will be like you can study free of cost within that platform, but all that matters is if you are deserving enough. It is designed in such a way, if you are deserving enough, if you are hardworking, then you can study everything free of cost. Otherwise you may have to pay a nominal fee on that platform to access the video lectures. So it's a new concept. We are coming up with it. We are working on it.
Which book we should follow for English?
For GATE examination, I don't think so. A lot of books are required. You can either you can take any book for CAT examination.
Actually, you don't need any book. You can just go to previous year questions for all the streams. For all the streams, there are n number of questions now. EC, ME, and other streams. Take all the streams aptitude questions and then just solve them. Every new question will come from that set only. So solve all those questions. You need not study other things.
Okay, Amit saying, sir, sometimes it happens that it seems that this question can be solved and we know the method, but when we start, it getting increased in time. Okay,
Yeah.
and it happens like this much time I give to this question, and we have some more questions, and sometimes still after that question couldn't be solved.
Yeah, so we panic that okay, we have given 4 minutes to this question and other questions are remaining. So one thing, whenever you start a question, start your mind clock and say that okay, I'll not give this question more than 3 minutes. So this is what I do, and generally maybe some people will say okay, this is the wrong method to do, but I prefer that method. क्योंकि 3 minutes से ज़्यादा if I'm giving more than 3 minutes to a question, that means either question is wrong or my concepts are wrong. That is what I know from GATE. GATE में 65, there are 65 questions and you have only 180 minutes. So on an average you have only 2 minutes 40 seconds. So you should not give more than 3 minutes. If you are in the process to solve the question, suppose abhi question hai, you need to solve that equation, then you can solve and come up with the answer. Then you can give more than 3 minutes also, more than 4 minutes, 5 minutes also. But if you don't know the concept, or you stuck in the concept, or you think that you know the concept and answer is not coming, that means not more than 4, because you have other question to solve. You have other 64 questions to solve. Don't stuck on just one question.
Yes. If there's any other details which is required, you can discuss with us.
Yeah. Mainly we will be covering today this tomorrow's exam, how to prepare and how to prepare for the exam, not the subjects, not the syllabus, how to prepare specifically for that exam, how should we go for the exam, how should we attacking the paper, all these things we will be covering.
See, sample paper better is you go to official GATE website. You don't actually require a sample paper, which I personally prefer. You go to the GATE website and you can see they have already uploaded some last 10 to 15 years of question papers. Take printouts of those question papers. I think that is the best way to practice question papers now. Right, so don't actually have to take any test series. Sometimes what I personally prefer is just take the previous year question papers, get a printout, sit with a time clock and practice on that only.
Sayan is leaving. Okay. Bye Sayan.
So bye Sayan, all the best for tomorrow's examination.
Yeah, all the best. Mechanical stream.
See, Rupanshu, we both are from computer science background. We will not be able to give you, books for mechanical stream, but we are planning to come up with some videos for mechanical branch also, and we are planning for video lectures for different branches. So maybe in future we'll roll out free lectures. We may not be able to. We may not charge some fee, but that is a future plan. But we are developing a platform in such a way that if you are deserving enough, you don't actually need to pay any fees.
Yeah.
So it is like you can study free of cost.
Free of cost.
But to study free of cost, you have to answer the doubts of other students. If you help other students, then your study will be free.
Yes.
So we are coming up with such kind of platform, and right. So that is why I'm saying if you are deserving enough, then you can study free of cost on that particular platform. So that will take some time. We are working on it. But right, as of now, we are just charging very nominal fee for the lectures. So Rupanshu, right now we may not be able to suggest you any book, but next time in live stream maybe we'll bring some mechanical faculties also.
Yeah, Srijan asks what are the silly mistake student does while attempting question. So one very silly mistake people does is not paying attention to the question and ignoring the not and does not in the
I do
in the
it lot
question.
of time, na?
Yeah.
मैंने भी काफी मिस्टेक की है इस तरह की,
Yes.
मतलब उसमें स्पेशल लिखा होता है कि which is
Yeah.
not this,
Yeah.
so not true, तो उसके अंदर not जो वर्ड है ना वो मिस
Yeah.
हो जाता है, बाकी true हमेशा से उसे भी स्ट्राइक करता है.
Yeah, and one more thing that which of the following is false, and then you will tick the true which you will stick the true thing. So true option. I mean, so don't do all these mistakes. These are very silly mistakes. And other mistakes are when you are using that calculator and you want to click 4 and let's say 2 is below that 4 button and you click 2 instead of 4. So don't do all these mistakes. These are very silly mistakes and you will lose 2 marks and you will also go in minus because of those silly mistakes.
For some time what happened is, I came up one time. What happened is I was practicing for this question paper,
Yeah.
and instead of marking that answers at the same time, I've just written answers in a separate paper.
Yeah.
And before examination, before giving the test paper, I just I thought अब इसको mark कर देता हूँ, but उसमें खो ही नहीं पाया कई बार
Yeah,
हो जाता
yeah.
है. Sometimes you get technical
Yeah,
mistakes also.
don't repeat this thing that like Manshu sir is saying, where you can write down all the answers and then you think that okay, in last half an hour I'll just upload these marks. So don't do this type of mistake, because what happens is you don't know when you stuck in one question and you may spend 15 minutes and you don't know whether 15 minutes have been spent or not. So ऐसा usually होता है कि there is some interesting problem and you know that problem, okay, ये problem करने में मजा आएगा, and you go inside that problem and you come out after 20 minutes and then time is over.
Correct.
You don't get time to do all these things कि चलो अभी टिक करते हैं असल के, तो mark side by side. So solve the question, mark it, solve the question, mark it. This is very common mistake people usually do.
So Faisal is saying, please give me some tips for CSC students. Okay.
Sorry?
So, okay, Divya is saying, sir, only 15 hours are remaining for the exam. So today should I give mock test or not, just revision purposes? So you don't actually need to give mock test.
Don't give mock test. I will recommend not to give mock test and not to even study from your notes or any other book. Just try to remember all these things whichever you have read till now in your mind. If you stuck in your mind, okay, ये concept में आगे क्या था, then go to the notebook and read it and then come again. Close the notebook and come again. तो अभी सारे पेपर्स जो हमने पढ़े हैं, जो भी हमने कॉपीज नोट्स बनाए हैं, जहाँ से भी पढ़ा है, बस वो पेज पलटने माइंड में. That is what I will recommend. If you don't, if you miss, every person has his own way of solving.
Right.
It is my way to do things.
Correct. So Amit is saying it happened with me when I start solving the paper. It seems that I can solve paper early and revise some question later, but till end I just complete the paper, but not able to maintain that speed.
Yeah, so this is what I want to say. Okay, Amit, just don't give too much time to a single question. Whenever you start a question, just think of it in solving in 2 minutes only. If you are not able to solve in 2 minutes, then just skip it. You will get a chance to come to that question again in the second round or maybe third round. So just skip that question if you are giving more than 2 minutes or 1 minute to a question.
Okay, Rahul is saying, sir, GATE 2018 top rank, how much time daily self-study?
Yeah, so it depends on person to person actually.
Right.
So this is very subjective question.
So Sahil is here. Sahil is a very old student. I think he is following me from last 1.5 years or 2 years. Hello, Sahil.
Yes, black and white printout of admit card is acceptable. Salish asks if black and white is acceptable. Yes, it is acceptable. Just keep one ID with you, original ID, PAN card or maybe Aadhaar card or anything, along with black and white printout. If you have color printout, then it is also okay. Can you just explain the rules of this exam in brief?
Okay, rules of this examination in brief. I think it will help others. See, San, better thing is take that admit card. On the back side of your admit card, you must be having the rules.
No, he's asking about rules as if.
As examination hall.
No, not examination hall, for the whole GATE exam, I think.
Okay.
I'm preparing for GATE for next year, he's saying.
Okay.
So, I know the simple rule. GATE is, there is one faculty which used to say GATE is not about knowing everything in something. It is knowing something in everything. So, cover all the topics and then
okay,
something about all the topics.
Correct. So Neha is saying how much marks required for PhD admission at IISc Bangalore through GATE and UGC NET for CSE. So
you just
answer
need
this.
you just need I think 800 score. So for that I think 60 or 55 marks is enough if you want to go for PhD.
So what are you doing last night? So this is what we are doing on the last day. Tomorrow is the examination. We are enjoying the chatting with you.
I just sleep.
So better is take a proper sleep. That is good enough.
Eat fruits only. I don't even prefer food.
Right.
Normal food. I just eat fruits.
Right.
Banana.
So keep yourself, hydrated as well as eat proper food. That is good enough because you cannot afford to have a stomach ache during examination. So better is take care of your diet. So that is really important. See, to crack the cutoff at least for on PSU. See, it depends on year to year because every year the cutoff changes for PSU. But I think if you can come under top 100 rankers in computer science branch, then I think you can guarantee that you can get some PSU.
Yes. Actually, this year VSNL is also coming with huge number of vacancies. So if you are talking about at least one PSU, then 800 rank will also guarantee you to come in any one PSU.
In this year, right?
Yeah, this year.
Okay.
Because there are a number of
PSUs which so even BSNL, I think BSNL is going to take around 500 to 600 people from computer science branch. So I think till now it's ऐसा कभी हुआ नहीं है.
Yes.
Till now no one has taken these many people students.
This year for computer science specifically there are many vacancies, so you can expect good rank for 400 rank as well. So better for prepare for top 100, not more than top 100, not 101, not 102.
Okay, so Ankit is saying, sir, should I attempt aptitude questions or the one which are easy to attempt? So I'll prefer, I think aptitude question can be easily done within the first 15 minutes of your...
So I always recommend people to solve aptitude solve math parts of all the branches. Solve math part first. So maths is very important, aptitude is very important. So if you can solve this, if you have solved all the math part, then you can also go in solve aptitude question within 1 minute.
Okay, Chandramani, I think 60 plus is good enough to get you in top 100 ranks. Not top 1000, is top 100 ranks you can get in 60 plus marks.
60 plus also, it also depends on the paper.
Correct.
Marks is not the main
So on an
thing.
average, I think so 60 plus is good for top 100.
On an average, top 1000 it is good. Top 100 I will not say because there were cases when 65 ranked, there were only 500.
Okay,
for 65 marks there was only 500.
That was in 2012, I guess.
2014 or maybe 12. Yeah.
Because in 2012 the cutoff increased to 31.33 marks.
Yes.
And that was the only year where computer science cutoff increased from 25 marks.
So one best thing happening right now is that number of people participating for GATE exam, especially in CS, are reducing.
Right. So from next year onwards, I think it is going to increase because first of all, the government is making GATE as mandatory for BTech student, and secondly, the number of PSUs for this year, for specifically, the number of vacancies which came from GATE computer science that increased drastically.
Yes.
So maybe from the next year onwards, you can see a trend where number of students will be increased. They will increase.
Yeah. The one more issue was that in last 3 years, people were very less because. In 4 years back, the computer science was not booming that much. So people usually go to civil branches or any other branches. So from last 4 years from now, suppose in 2012, from 2012 people start taking BTech, computer science in BTech. So
okay, so he's asking how many marks to qualify the GATE this year for OBC category. Okay, I think that will be around 21-22 marks, maybe without even seeing the paper we cannot predict because the cutoff depends on year to year.
You should not worry about cutoff if you are going
if you're prepared well, then don't worry about cutoff. You can easily clear that.
Cutoff is not required actually. Clearing the cutoff is very easy part. I can sleep for 1 year and then go and will clear the cutoff. So.
Correct. And Sahil is saying, what do you think how IIT Roorkee exam level will be and can we expect same pattern? See, I think Sahil, last year they changed the syllabus for GATE examination, but after changing the syllabus, they have not even included a single question from the newly added topics. But I think this year they are going to add some questions from the newly added topics. So it may not be a change in pattern, maybe, but we are going to see some new questions in the examination. Because most of the times they are repeating the same question set again and again. The only thing is the values are changed, but the questions were same. So this year maybe you are going to see some new questions. Ideally, one should attempt how much questions to be in top 100 for safer side, because more questions we attempt, the more chance of doing silly mistakes.
Yes, Amit, you are right. If you have prepared very well, then I think 80 to 90 marks question you should attempt. So out of those 65 questions, you can attempt 55 to 57, I think. Because 7 or 8 questions you may not heard of those topics, or maybe you don't know that concept. So better to solve up to 90 marks, not more than 90 marks. Because solving 90 marks and suppose you have done mistake for 10 marks, so that 90 marks minus 10, that makes it 80, and then 1 by 3 of that 10, that makes it around 75 or something. So up to 90 you can attempt. More than 90 is not preferable from my side.
90 marks.
Attempting 90 marks question.
Okay, 90 marks. I think that is too much, no? I think.
Yeah.
I never attempted 90 marks question.
From 80 to 90 is for top 100. So I usually in 1 year I attempted for 96 marks and I got 83 rank. And then I came to 87, 88, and then I got better ranks.
So Ankit, you can even have a call between the examination hall with your mobile phone.
Can we carry mobile to exam center? In exam center, they will not allow you to keep mobile inside that exam center. So
just do one thing, give me a call while you're sitting in the examination hall. I'll surely answer your call.
No, he meant that if we can carry that
so
phone.
I'm just joking. Okay, yeah. So it is not allowed actually. Some examination centers, they do not have a facility to keep mobile phones. So better ways, don't take it. Or if you have a car or something, you can give your mobile phone with your friends or family who is going with you.
Yes.
So that will be better.
Yes.
So Chaudhary, can you repeat your question, because I cannot see your question here. So Roki is saying, which question should I attempt first?
Which question should I attempt first?
The part you know the best. Better is you can attempt the questions.
Yeah. First go to 2 marks question.
Okay. So I'll go for simple 1 mark question.
No.
That depends on you. So what I prefer is I need some kind of practice or a warming up session before.
No. So if he goes with 1 marks question, what will happen? He will stuck in 1 mark question and spend 1 hour for 1 marks question. So better is to go for 2 marks question then come to 1 marks question. 1 marks question गलत होता है तो कम माइनस होता है, 2 marks question अगर गलत होता है तो ज़्यादा माइनस होता है, और 2 marks question अगर आपने लास्ट के लिए छोड़ दिया ना तो लास्ट में ज़्यादा गलत होंगे, तो 2 marks question वाले ज़्यादा गलत होंगे. This is my way of thinking. So
okay. So what I personally think is I do not actually go for 2 mark question beginning.
Okay.
So I prefer going for 1 mark question, because that is going to give you a kind of a warm up to your mind, so that you can mind start working, and then you can attempt the difficult question. This is my personal way of doing. So it depends on person to person. If you already attempted some of the practice question papers, then you know what you have to do. Right. So because for some people, for you it works that you go for 2 mark question. For me it works for that I should go for 1 mark question then 2 mark.
Have you tried going from 2 marks question ever?
I did. Okay. But the problem is initially I tend to make a lot of mistakes when your mind is not correctly focused.
Okay.
Because to attempt 2 mark question, it is better that your mind should be focused. Now if my mind is not correctly focused, then I tend to make a lot of silly mistakes in 2 mark questions. So that is also.
So first rule for the GATE exam is that you pay attention to the question.
Correct.
You pay attention to the question and understand what it is trying to say. अभी कुछ को तो समझ ही नहीं आता क्वेश्चन क्या पूछ रहा है. So don't do that mistake.
Right.
Okay.
So if you have any other question, you can ask us. So otherwise we'll do the streaming in the evening now.
Priyanka, I don't know.
Okay, so Chaudhary Singh sir, I am BTech first year electronics and communication student. I want
If
to
you
do
can,
mechanical.
if you can, you should switch the branches. Means after first year, I think there is some
Yes,
rule
yes,
to-
yes, there's a rule. You can, at the first year, you can switch to computer science because
Yes.
the syllabus is generally same in all the universities for the first year students. So you can.
Yeah,
do it.
EC branch is very dumb branch. No placement. they end up doing jobs in computer science.
But I think the number of government jobs in electronics and communication is more as compared to computer
Electrical is more. EC they
science.
are
They're
average.
average. They're
Yeah.
average. Yes, but still, if you want to go for government
And,
job, then you can either go for electrical branch or electronics and communication.
So the
both are
thing
fine.
will change when he will come to fourth year, because in 3 years we will have computer science more in government job and other branches
Correct,
less.
Correct.
So
So the
think
future is
wisely.
going to be changed.
Yeah.
Right? Think wisely. Because the demand for computer science engineers is very huge as compared to electronics and
Yeah.
communication
And it
engineers.
will remain for at least 10 years.
Right. So they're saying in optional question sometimes we don't get exact answer but approximate to give an answer. Should I attempt or leave it?
You will answer that, but I will leave that because there is some thing I have done wrong in that solving that question.
See, there's a theory that the number of guesses you can make in a question paper. For example, if the number of questions are very large, so what you can do is, if in a question you can eliminate 2 options out of 4 options,
Yes.
then there's a very high chances that out of those 2 options, one option answer will be correct.
Yes.
So let me give you a very simple example. It is not the question. It is not the question paper which decides your rank, or you can say it is not the question paper which makes the question difficult, or it is not the question which makes the question difficult. The question only the options make the question difficult. Let me give you a very simple example. If I ask you, sir, what is the distance between Earth and Moon? The option A is 100 kilometers, option B 1 kilometer, option C 3 kilometers, and option D 32,460 kilometers. What will be the answer? So obviously 32,460, you can easily guess it, right? But if I ask you the same question, now I am giving you the option A 32,461 kilometers, option B 32,461.5
Yeah, it will
kilometers.
be tough for me.
Right, it will be difficult, right?
Yeah.
So it is not the question which makes the question itself difficult, it is the options which make it difficult.
Yes, yes.
So better is if you can easily eliminate at least 2 options out of 4 options, personally I think you can go for the question.
Sarath is
the remaining 2
asking.
questions you can guess sometimes.
Yeah, Sarath is asking any guessing tricks.
Yeah. So there's a lot of guessing tricks you can follow.
Yeah, there is one famous trick. Akkad vakkad Bombay mein seen.
Okay. So he's asking Sahil is asking what marks is required to be under 200.
For 200, I think, considering the worst case, you will need at least 65 marks.
Okay.
At least.
Okay, that is a worst case scenario.
Yeah.
So, sir, what type of preparation is preferable, chapter-wise or entire paper-wise? Second, textbooks of BTech are good enough, or I need to prepare from the other books?
Shall I have to answer?
Yes.
Will I have to?
You have to answer.
Okay, I prefer entire paper wise. So
Okay.
solving 1987 paper, then 1988, then 1989, then 1990. Like that I used to prepare earlier. But now we have got many books like AS Academy book is there, which gives you year wise, chapter wise, subject wise questions. So that is more preferable. We should follow that method, not chapter wise. Go to subject wise and paper wise. So AS Academy book is great.
So I think, right now what I personally think is we should refrain from taking names of any coaching institutions. I think so, right? Because all that matters is how good you are doing.
Yeah, but we can also
You can take multiple sources. That is a better
Yeah.
way. Because what I personally think is there's no coaching institution, there's no single person, even me, no one can provide everything in a very good manner. So what the best way of doing is you can take the knowledge from multiple sources. You can refer books from multiple coaching institutions, but instead of making one single coaching institution as king of others, it will not be better.
Yeah, but on the other side, we are just telling our
correct.
perspective.
That's
So what we think is right. So we may be wrong as well.
no sense. Okay. So they're saying what to do after GATE exam, sir. Sir, we are going to make some videos on that.
Yeah, we will have post-gate videos also.
So we are planning
We will
for
also
post-GATE
maybe tell you your rank, even.
with your even the number of marks you are scoring.
Yeah.
So Yes, sir. We are planning for post-gate videos where we are going to guide you what are the colleges you can refer, and with what marks, what PSUs you can offer, what PSUs can offer you. Okay, so stay tuned for the post-gate guidance also. Okay, so I'm saying there are some questions in which we get or assume 2 right answers. So should I have to attend that question or leave it? See, you can attend that question. So that is like, see, sometimes what they ask is, if you have 2 sets, if the set A and this is set B, and this set B is a bigger set as compared to set A, so this set B covering, this set is covering the smaller set. Sometimes the questions, most of the time I think you have to cover the bigger set because that is covering the smaller set also, and there is a more precise answer, right? So that is the case. You get multiple options, even 2 or 3 options are right for any given question, but the thing is you have to take the question option which is the biggest set as compared to others. And sometimes in questions you read the question correctly, then you will find that they are asking the most precise one, not even the bigger set. So that depends on question to question, but it generally happens. It is very usual that they give you 2 or 3 correct answers.
So one more thing to add on, if you can afford one or 2 mistakes, then also so if you suppose you have done so many right answers and you think that okay, abhi 1-2 galat hoga to koi farak nahi padta, so if you can afford those 2-3 mistakes, then you can always choose from 2 right answers, take 1 answer at least.
Okay, what I personally think is, okay, sir, we both have a different perspective of giving the answers. For example, sir always prefer giving the exact answer, and he don't take any risk. And for me personally, I generally prefer taking risk, because if you're not standing on the edge and you're not living.
No, but standing on the edge is okay. But means you have done so many bad things in the past, and you are just standing on the edge, saying, okay, ab karma karma will not do
but
anything.
Still, you have to actually. Sometimes it is important, but maybe 1 or 2 marks plus or minus that may change your.
That's what I said. Ki risk le sakte. We can take the risk, but take the risk.
But calculated risk.
Yeah, calculated risk.
Calculated and educated guesses are important.
Yeah.
So without that, for example, if out of all the 4 options you don't even know what the question is, how can you take the risk? Better is out of 4 options, if you can correctly eliminate at least 2 options, and out of the remaining 2 options you can see what you can take a risk, right? So that is also a way of doing.
So you cannot apply same method for more than 5 or 6 questions.
Correct, more than 5 or 6 questions.
Yeah,
So at least you should be able to answer 48 or 50 questions out of 65 questions.
Then only you should go this method.
Okay, sir, should we wear the same clothes as in photos submitted for the GATE examination, or just
not required actually?
Okay, so just a kidding doubt. Okay, how much time do you suggest giving to each section? Aptitude, technical 1 marks and 2 marks.
How much time do you suggest giving to each section? Aptitude, technical 1 marks, technical 2. Technical 2 I'll give 1.5 hour. Technical 1 I'll give half an hour. Aptitude I'll give 20 minutes only.
Right.
This is my point of view. This
so
is how
you can simply do now. You can
and leave 40 minutes at least for yourself
right.
in the exam.
See, what happens is you have total 35 questions which are of 2 marks and total 30 questions which are of 1 marks. So 1 mark question only give you 30% of your examination, and 2 marks question they are they are deciding 70% of your examination. So better is for 2 mark question you can devote 70% of your time, and 30% of your time you can devote on the 1 mark question. That will be a better way of doing things.
English aptitude, any trick? English aptitude questions are very silly questions जो बचपन में पढ़ते हैं ना, is MR और that N A कहाँ पे लगाना है, those type of question. तो उनमें कंफ्यूज होने की दिक्कत ही नहीं है. सबसे सिली जो ऑप्शन दिखे ना कि यार ये तो हो ही नहीं सकता, वो वाला टिक करना है. इंग्लिश इज वेरी सिंपल. Nothing, we need not prepare actually. अभी लास्ट 2-3 सालों से तो यही आ रहा है कि N और यूरोप में A लगेगा या N लगेगा, ऑनेस्ट में A लगेगा या N लगेगा. This type of questions are coming. So English is very simple.
Okay, Sahil is asking how's your experience in IIT Bombay?
Maybe I'll keep it this question for post-grade guidance.
Yeah. So that is also very good.
Yeah.
So we are going to make post-grade videos definitely. So I would request you to make a video to how to start a GATE preparation.
Yes, we can do this.
We can do that. We can even give you a comprehensive plan regarding monthly wise and even weekly plan, weekly targets. You have to cover these many targets to be able to crack the entire examination. Even we can make a list of all the topics which are required. So we'll be working on that, sir. Right?
Yeah, we will do that.
Okay.
How much minimum number of questions should be solved? If you don't solve at least 0 question, then you have to solve at least 0.
So at least you have to solve the number of questions which will cover 25 marks.
Yeah.
At least you should be able to crack the examination without.
Now, if you want to crack the exam, then obviously you'll have to solve that 25. नहीं तो मिनिमम नंबर ऑफ क्वेश्चन कितने सॉल्व होने चाहिए, तो 0 से कम तो नहीं. 0 तो एटलीस्ट सॉल्व. करेक्ट. आई एम जस्ट जोकिंग. एक्चुअली फॉर क्लियरिंग द गेट एग्जाम यू कैन सॉल्व ओनली लेट्स से 15 क्वेश्चन और 20 क्वेश्चन, so that will make you more than 30 marks, but that won't do anything. 30 marks won't, 40 marks won't do anything, 50 marks won't do everything.
So at least you have
55 marks,
55
okay, you may
marks.
get some PSU.
So Ankit is saying, sir, what is the gate cutoff for schedule cast in getting into IIT? So I think that depends on IITs to IITs. Yeah. Some IITs they are having low cutoff marks for SC categories, SC and ST categories. Some IITs are having some higher cutoff. So we have seen in past that around, if you score around 32 marks, then you may be able to get an IIT. But that is not sure because that depends on year to year.
Yes.
So I'll prefer that if you score a good rank, better is score a decent rank. Always be sure, always be safe. Don't go for smallest marks. Go for highest number of marks you can score.
Yes, this is what I suggest. If you belong to a category, don't just think that okay, मेरा तो इतने में हो जाएगा. Don't do this type of mistakes. Try to always try to get in top 100 or maybe single digit rank. That is what we want. That is what makes you talented. अभी category wise जाने से talent नहीं है वो. Always prepare for the worst thing. कि मेरे को 80 लाना ही है. People usually say that 80 marks doesn't come. 80 marks is too much. कौन लाता है 80 marks? But you have to prepare for that.
Correct.
You can get that 80 marks. Maybe 90 marks is your 90 is your marks. Then second AIR 2 is 70. So these type of cases are very rare, but you can be that.
So one time I think it happened that All India Rank 1 scored I think 97 marks. That I think that's a very old case.
Okay.
So he was from IIT Bombay, so IIT Delhi, sorry, and he's done his BTech from IIT Delhi, and he attempted the question paper. He scored 97 marks, and the second ranker scored around 69 and 68 marks.
Wow.
So this happened in GATE. So there are always cases.
We like that guy.
So this kind of cases generally happens. Thank you, Sahil.
Thank you, Sahil. All the best.
Okay, so can we expect any question from optimal binary search tree?
Yes, there will be a question. I'm telling you, at least one of two sides there will be a question.
Yeah. So you cannot be sure about anything. You have to cover the entire syllabus. The question can come from any specific any topic, but there are some few topics where
can we expect? Yes, we can expect.
We can expect. Right. But some topics are there where we can guarantee that one question will be there. For example, in memory management technique in operating system, it is guaranteed because that's a whole chapter now. So it is guaranteed that one question will be there. Even for CPU scheduling, one question will be there. In computer architecture, we have a part where we have cache memory and cache divided into blocks and sectors, etc. So the one question will be there from that part. That is guaranteed, right? So. Almost 80 to 90% of the question paper is already guaranteed.
Yes,
every time you can predict it.
2-3 topics which every time come, like binary tree, binary search tree. They ask every time. They will ask every time that memory portion of CO, and they will also add it with the OS memory part. So they will just join those two parts and then make a question. So all these things are very common in GATE exam.
Right. So this is what they generally do.
Yeah.
So I think 90% of the question paper is already predictable.
Yeah.
But solving question
not
paper
90%, but 40% of.
No, I think 90% is easily predictable. But the problem is
okay,
when
you are
solve
asking
the
about the concepts. I'm saying that if I will make a question paper and 40 marks question will be exactly.
Okay, you can predict it.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah. So only thing which matters is while you are solving the question paper, whether the question will strike in your mind or not. So generally students do silly mistakes in some questions. That happens with me generally every time, because you can easily predict even less 90% of your 90% of your GATE question paper. Only 5 to 10% paper question paper will be out of your prediction. But out of those 90%. How much part you can solve. So because some questions may be tricky, some questions maybe you are going to make some silly mistakes, So that is the case. That is why students are not able to score
Yes.
good amount of marks.
One more thing to add on, people usually what they do, they just read the question and then think, okay, I know this question, this has come in that year, and then they start solving. So read the question carefully because I have done that mistake many times, many times. Don't repeat that that mistake again.
So sir got even multiple ranks in GATE.
Yeah.
What was your rank, sir?
57, 59, 80, all those under 100 ranks.
So you got under 100 in 3-4 times.
Yeah.
Okay. So what topic is preferable for computer networks? See, right now it is not the correct time to ask it because you already next to tomorrow is a GATE examination. So maybe for the next year we can answer.
Maybe if she want to, so 2 marks question will come from computer networks, which will be related to routing. So you can always look up to that routing part. 2 marks question or maybe 1 marks question will come, subnetting and routing, for any of those 2 papers.
Right. So Unmolify. So that's a nice name, Unmolify. So he's saying any important topics for computer networks.
I just told you routing and subnet masking, subnetting, all those things you should cover very well. And there will be one tricky question from that defragmentation or TCP IP also, acknowledgement and all.
Okay. So how much? So I'll just come, sir. We answer the questions.
Are they fixed in numbers? Amit, bhai, you can look up to previous year question. They are always fixed. 1 marks question is 20. There are 25 1 marks question, and there are remaining 30 are 2 marks question, and then 10 are aptitude and English. So please share your preparation plan, whatever you have done in previous past years. So my preparation plan was so I prepared for all the questions. Actually, I used to teach as well as prepare. So I just teach students and then I get prepared for all the subjects. So this is my preparation, and then for solving the question paper, how we are attacking the question paper is what matters, because knowing all the concepts will not help if you don't know how to attack on the paper. So I know that trick and I know my method of solving that question, and I usually follow that. So preparation is done by the teaching, and then solving is done by that my method. So it makes it easy to get in under 100.
Correct. Okay, so data structures and automata, important topics, please translate. I know it is not the correct time though. Yeah, it is not the correct time. I think we should refrain from
data structure. Whatever you read, you cannot do if you don't.
If you have not
even if I tell
now,
you that this question is coming, you will not be able to solve it.
Right.
And if you know the concept, then you will be able to solve it. So data structure, don't ask.
If you are asking such questions, you can prepare for the next year also.
Yeah, automata, I can tell you if you so regular part you should cover very well.
So Ayan, can you repeat your question? I think we missed his question.
Which Ayan?
I don't know. Ayan is saying, sir, hey, please reply my question. Thanks in advance.
So in automata, you should. There will be a question which will say, okay, this is regular or not. This is ZFL. This is. So all these type of question you should know very well. So understand. So this requires actually understanding the whole automata.
Okay, Ankit, we are not attempting tomorrow's examination again. I think so. Are you preparing? Are you going to attempt? Okay, so is going to attempt the examination. I'm not.
Yeah. So year 1 is fixed. You should prepare for year 2 now. No, okay. I'm just joking. Yeah, I'm attempting that question without preparation. So let's see how it goes.
Okay, so yes, I checked this. Thanks. Okay.
Are you not going to attempt anybody?
So I'm not going to attempt. We'll see. No worries. We'll see. Okay. Thank you, sir, for this session. Actually, I left computer networks and digital because of less time and couldn't revise it properly. So how much of number of questions should I attempt to be in safe place?
Okay, the GATE mission. Okay, first thing you should do, if you have left the CN, just go to CN and revise that routing part and subnetting part for at least 15 minutes or 2. So that will work for CN. डिजिटल में तो सिंपल क्वेश्चन आता है KMap वगैरह वगैरह, यू कैन सॉल्व इट. एंड क्वेश्चन जो टफ आते हैं वो किसी को नहीं आते हैं, सो नो नीड टू वरी अबाउट इट. एंड हाउ मेनी क्वेश्चन शुड आई अटेम्प्ट टू बी इन सेफ प्लेस? सो सेफ प्लेस अकॉर्डिंग टू यू maybe different from others' perspective. So if you want to be in if you want to just crack the gate, then maybe you should attempt only 40 marks of paper, and if you want to go in NIT, you should solve at least 65 marks of paper. If you want to get in top IITs, you should solve at least 85 or 80 you should solve.
80 plus is mandatory, I think.
Yeah,
Okay.
for getting in IIT.
Right. I think that's it for this session. So we can do the session in the evening at 9 p.m. now. Right? Okay, so guys, we are wrapping up the session right now. So we'll be back around 9 p.m. today, and we'll be answering more questions. If you have any questions, you can just prepare that. So we'll be mostly answering for doubts only. So we are not going to take any technical questions, because tomorrow is the examination. If you have prepared well, then you have done really well.
Just tell your friends and other like whoever is preparing for GATE exam that we will be having session on what
9
time?
PM maybe?
9 p.m.
Yes.
Yeah, so just tell them that they can also join this live
Okay, sir.
session.
The last question from Ayan. He's saying, is it okay to go for MTech or MBA? Which option?
I would always prefer to go for MTech, and because for MBA you need to create the CAT exam and then go into some MIT, which is very tough. And MTech is very easy. You can get into any of the IIT and get some good placement.
I'll prefer MTech rather than MBA. This is my personal choice. I'll not go for MBA anyways, because business skills, life teaches you the business skills. So you just need to learn the technical skills.
Yeah, this is very philosophical answer, but right answer.
So because you have to go for technical skills only, so that is better. So thank you, Priyanka. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Priyanka. All the best. All the best, everyone.
All the best, everyone. So I think we are wrapping up the session, and we'll be back at around 9 p.m. today. And if any of your friends want to ask any question, you can refer this session to him.
Ayan, go for MTech. Don't go for MBA.
That's me personally.
Yeah.
Think. All engineers think this way.
Yeah.
Who have done MTech.
Ayan, please again ask your question.
Okay, so we'll meet you today at 9 p.m. Thank you, guys. Have all the best for the examination.
Amit is having good time.